Good morning, students. Our today's topic is RNA world. RNA was the first genetic material. There is now enough evidence to suggest that essential life processes evolve around RNA, like metabolism, translation, splicing. Splicing is a process in which introns are removed and exons are joined, that we will study afterwards. RNA used to act as genetic material as well as a catalyst. RNA being a catalyst is very reactive and hence unstable. Therefore, DNA has evolved from RNA. That makes it more stable. DNA being double-stranded and have complementary strand. Now the replication. While proposing the double helical structure for DNA, Watson and Crick had immediately proposed a scheme for replication of DNA. The scheme suggested that the two strands would separate and act as a template for the synthesis of new complementary strands. That is, at the time of replication, the two strands of DNA, they uncoil and each form its own complementary copy. After the completion of replication, each DNA molecule would have one parental and one newly synthesized strand. This scheme was termed as semi-conservative DNA replication. This means in each DNA molecule, one is the parental strand and one is the newly synthesized strand. It was now proven that DNA replicates semi-conservatively. It was first shown in E. coli. Matthew Michelson and Franklin Stahl performed the experiment on E. coli. They grow E. coli in a medium containing N15, that is ammonium chloride, in which nitrogen is N15. N15 is a heavy isotope of nitrogen. The result was that N15 was incorporated into newly synthesized DNA because E. coli was growing in N15 medium. So the new strands of DNA were incorporated with N15 DNA. This heavy, and because N15 is heavy DNA, heavy nitrogen, so it makes the DNA heavy DNA. This heavy DNA molecule could be distinguished from the normal DNA by centrifugation in a cesium chloride density gradient. Using cesium chloride, we can segregate the heavy DNA from the light DNA. Then they transferred the cells into a medium with normal ammonium chloride. In this, N14 is present, and took samples at various definite time intervals. The various samples were separated independently on cesium chloride gradient to measure the densities of DNA. So in the figure 6.7, Michelson and Stahl's experiment, they have shown in the first DNA, that is N15, because in the E. coli was grown in N15 medium, so both the strands of the DNA, they have shown with heavy DNA. So in the starting, complete DNA was heavy DNA, that is the nitrogen in them was N15. Because E. coli replicates in 20 minutes, so after 20 minutes from one strand, two DNA strands are formed, two DNA molecules are formed. But because and in each DNA, one is the parental strand and one is the newly synthesized strand. The strand with red color is the parental strand and with the green color is the newly synthesized strand, because they are present in N14 medium. So N14 nitrogen is present in the green strand. In each DNA molecule, One strand is parental, shown by red color. Green color shows the newly synthesized strand. So from the one parental, that is heavy strand, two DNA strands are formed, two DNA molecules are formed, in which they are all are hybrid. That is, one is of the parental type. From in the DNA, one strand is parental and one is the newly synthesized. That is, both the DNA molecules are hybrid in nature, 100% hybrid nature. Then after again 20 minutes, that is total 40 minutes from the starting. Now in this 50% hybrid and 50% light DNA molecules are formed. The shown with green color are the light ones and red and green are the hybrid one. So 50 are the hybrid, 50% hybrid and 50% light. Out of 4, 2 are green in color, that is light, and 2 mixed in color, that is hybrid. So 50% hybrid and 50% light DNA molecule is formed. The DNA that was extracted from the culture 1 generation after the transfer from N15 to N14 medium, that is after 20 minutes, because E. coli divides in 20 minutes, had a hybrid or intermediate density, as I have already explained to you. DNA extracted from the culture after another generation, that is after 40 minutes, after 20 minutes, or that is from starting after 40 minutes, it composed of equal amount of this hybrid DNA and of light DNA, that is 50% hybrid and 50% light DNA. Now again the question is, if E. coli was allowed to grow for 80 minutes, then what would be the proportion of light and hybrid density DNA molecule? You can try this one by considering the previous diagram. Just calculate after 80 minutes. First after 60 minutes, because in 20 minutes they will replicate. From the 4 DNA molecule, 8 will be formed, and again after 80 minutes, from that 8, 16 DNA molecules will be formed. From that 16, 14 will be of light nature, light DNA, and 2 will be of hybrid nature. So ratio will be 14:2 or 7:1, or 87.5% light DNA and 12.5% hybrid DNA will be produced from this molecule. Very similar experiment involving the use of radioactive thymidine to detect the distribution of newly synthesized DNA in the chromosome was performed by Taylor and his colleagues on Vicia faba. These are the beans. So again, Taylor and his colleagues, they performed this semi-conservative experiment on Vicia faba to show that DNA replicates semi-conservatively. I hope this is clear. Thank you.